Okay, what I got here today is this little mobile node um, with a few things I've added to it. I found this case on printables or Thingiverse. I'll put a link to it in the description. I printed this case in PETG so that it's stronger. And a nice little node, but let me show you on the inside first what this node's got inside. So let me start opening it over here. Right, then on the inside of this node is I've got a Heltec V3 down the bottom here. But you see a lot of wires running out of it. I've got a battery, then a GPS. This is the GPS board, which is nice that it has a GPS. There's also actually space to add a BME 280 environmental monitor, which I didn't add. I also added the rotary switch, which I can rotate and press to do canned messages. That's pretty neat. And then onto the GPS, I added this NPN little MOSFET so that I can control the GPS, and I'll show you that in a second. But quite honestly, GPS, canned messages, control, all great, but I tell you the thing that made the biggest difference to me is this thing. It's a buzzer, and it's just two wires that go onto the board, and that's made a huge difference, and I'll show that to you in a second as well. Also, in this case I sunk in some M3, I don't know what you call those things, so that the bolts can screw into it. So if I put this case on, I can properly secure it. That makes a big difference also for me, that I can actually properly close this case and tighten it. So let me get this closed, and I'll show you what I mean by the buzzer and the canned messages and the GPS. Right, so I'll add the detail on how to connect that MOSFET transistor there. But what it means then is, if you can see at the moment it says GPS disabled. So if I triple press this button, you can see that the GPS turns on. So that helps a lot with power saving. I can actually control the GPS. It's on now, and when I triple press it, oops, there we go, its GPS is disabled. So now the GPS is off and it doesn't draw power. So I can control that, which is great. The canned messages is fun. I can use that to scroll through the messages over here, and I can send something like howdy, and if I press down on the button, the rotary, it says sending, and it's sent it to the default channel. So here's another little node. You'll see that it just received the word howdy over here, which was sent from this guy. But like I said, the biggest thing for me was the buzzer. And when I say the buzzer is, look what happens when I turn it off. You can hear a sound. It goes doop, 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 right? And when I turn it on, there's another little sound there. So it's resuming. And that module for notifications via the buzzer is really great. I'm actually going to use my phone over here. Let me see. Yep, I'm going to use my phone over here, and I'm going to connect to this little node, which is one of my other ones, and that one's called This Stuff Computers. And when I connect to that guy, I'm going to send a message to here. Let's send a message to, this guy's called vivsoft.live, and there you can see the howdy message that I sent from the canned message over here. But I'm just going to DM him and say test, send it. And you can hear the sound there, and I've got it configured that this guy will continue with that sound for 1 minute. So let me show you. I'm going to connect to that node, which is the Viv node, and I'll show you the configuration quickly. It should stop here in a second when it's done. And then we can see the message, Viv sent, Vivsoft computers, this node sent test. So configuration wise, if I go to an radio configuration, it's under external notifications. And we can see that it's stopped now. It's not beeping anymore, but you can control that. So in external notifications, turn that on. You can put a LED. I put a buzzer, which I really like. You can also do vibration stuff. And then alert on the buzzer. And I put mine on pin 45 in here, so it's 1 pin. And I said PWM buzzer. And I said a nag timeout of 60 seconds. So after a minute, it will stop playing the tune. And I can even, and here you can see the little notes, so I can make my own little tune that it plays. So to me, that has been really in this node has been a game changer, because it does not have to be connected to my phone. You know, if my phone's connected to another node, or I receive a message, this guy goes off and he plays a little tune, and I know something's there, and I can go look at it without having to look in the app all the time. So to me, that was a game changer. So thank you, and speak soon again.